Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is RENDOG coming at you from just outside Griswold's apartment in this Let's Play Minecraft survival series. In the previous episode, we started working on Mamadog's greenhouse, and in this episode, guys, I just cannot wait to show you some of the new improvements that I've done to the greenhouse based on some of your guys' amazing suggestions in the comment section of the previous video. So sit back and relax, my cyber diggity dogs. Let's play some Minecraft survival. Griswold, dude, you be creeping so hard right now, bro. I mean, you have been staring at me, straight at me, without blinking for like a minute now while I was doing my intro. You be creeping so hard, dude. You need to back up, son. You need to checkity-check yourself before I shove this freaking mossy cobblestone wall up your butthole. You hear me? You hear me? Stop creeping! Man, Griswold is freaking me the jazz out. Now, guys, man. What an epic episode I had in the last episode, man. I loved that episode so much. I enjoyed myself so much. And you know what is weird? A ton of you cyberdogs really loved that episode also. And I thought that you guys maybe wouldn't enjoy watching like such a normal sort of quite plain build of just a sort of greenhouse, but you guys are really enjoying the build, and you guys left a lot of feedback for the previous video, which is really sweet, man. And thank you to everybody who gave me such epic ideas on how we can actually improve this greenhouse. And guys, as you can see, I've already made a few enhancements, and what I want to talk about is some of the sweet ass ideas that you guys have given me in the previous episode. Number one of you cyberdogs suggested that using mossy cobblestone walls to run along the outskirts of the greenhouse instead of using slabbage. And I thought to myself, mossy cobblestone wall? What the jazz is that? And that is basically exactly the same as cobblestone wall, but we can use mossy stone or moss stone instead. And you know what? For 6 moss stone, you get 6 mossy cobblestone walls, so you don't lose any moss stone when you make these walls. And look how freaking epic it looks, man. It is looking absolutely awesome. Now, what I did originally was I started lining the greenhouse with a layer of wall, and what I realized is that this is actually going to increase the size of our greenhouse by 1 block in either direction. And then I had an epiphany. It came to me that what we could do was make these kind of pillars using cobblestone and mossy cobblestone walls to prop up the roof of the greenhouse. And then inside the greenhouse, we would literally have a sort of separate building within the canopy of the roof. So here you can see that the greenhouse itself, the wall of the inner greenhouse, if you will, starts with this wall of glass panes, and then the outer wall of the greenhouse, which holds up the roof, starts from this line of blocks over here. And that, guys, has literally increased the aesthetic size of the greenhouse, even though it hasn't increased the size of the actual greenhouse. Instead of having slabbage running around the greenhouse and wasting space, we have now turned that slabbage into something way more attractive, and we've made the greenhouse look a lot bigger than it actually is. And the reason for that is because we are now using these epic stone walls and mossy cobblestone walls, and they are much thinner than your normal block, right? So it gives the illusion of more empty space, and thus the illusion that this whole thing is much bigger. Now, guys, I know it doesn't look like much right now, but I'm going to do a little bit more work on this in this episode, and man, when you guys feast your eyeballs on what this thing is going to look like, I've got it pictured in my head, right, of what it's going to look like, and I think it is going to look absolutely Pimp McDaddy. And talking about Pimp McDaddy, man, this was another amazing suggestion made by one of you cyberdogs out there, and that was to alternate between using mossy cobblestone and just normal cobblestone. And the reason that this is an absolutely ingenious idea is because, number one, it saves moss stone for us. It means that we don't have to make this entire building out of moss stone. And on top of that, it breaks the symmetry of just making an entire building out of moss stone, right? Because check it out, when you stick this bit of cobblestone in here, it just breaks up the symmetry a bit, but the textures still align quite nicely together. So it just looks more authentic, it looks older, it just looks better, if you ask me, man. It just looks like way more detailed. It looks, for a lack of a better word, it looks more professional. And you know, one of the things that I'm trying to achieve as a Minecrafter is to become a better builder and to use all of the materials that I have at my disposal to create the ideas that I want, right? That is what I mean, we should all be striving to be better Minecrafters, especially if we play Minecraft for as long as I have, or, you know, if Minecraft is our favorite game and we play it for a really long time. We should all be striving to be better at the game that we play and the game that we love. And we should always be trying new techniques, new building techniques, and, you know, trying to use all of the materials that the new patches and stuff bring in. And, you know, I'm pretty guilty of not using the new stuff that new patches brings in. Like, for example, these stone walls. I mean, I know they've been around for ages, but we hardly ever use them. We've used them for the street lamps, and we've used them here and there, but, you know, we haven't actually used them in a major build yet. And I thought, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity to use these sweet ass stone walls in a major build. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, man. So guys, what I'm going to do now is just finish off lining the greenhouse with these awesome mossy stone walls, mossy cobblestone walls, and normal cobblestone walls. And I'll bring you guys back on the other side of this kaplayam, where we will be working on finishing off the outline for the roof of the greenhouse. So guys, I'll see you on the other side of this kaplayam. Kaplayam! Alright, Cyberdogs, we are back, and I have finished lining the greenhouse with these awesome stone walls, and as you can see, it is just looking absolutely epic. I just love how, like, the mossy cobblestone is broken up by normal cobblestone, and every now and then you get these sort of patches of moss. You know, you can see the sort of moss has grown up in this direction and then grown over here, and, you know, it's all just random, and it just looks so freaking sweet, man. I absolutely love how this has turned out, and I'm so freaking stoked right now with the way that this project is coming out that, man, I just want to jump up and down with joy. But it is just looking so awesome, guys. And I was going to pop onto the roof now to actually start working on the roof, but I've just remembered another amazing tip that one of you guys gave me in the comments of the previous episode. And one of you guys said, why not try and use green glass panes in the greenhouse. Instead of just normal glass panes, why not use green glass panes? And I thought to myself, you know what? That is actually an awesome idea. Because when I think back to my Mamadog's greenhouse on her farm, the glass of the greenhouse is actually green because it's covered in moss and algae and other plants that actually grow onto the grass. And I think that it would actually add to the authenticity of this build. And I'm just trying to find some cactus, guys, because we're going to need cactus to make green glass. But I thought that if we use green glass panes, it could actually add quite nicely to the authenticity of this build. So I'm 100% behind that idea. Thanks so much to the Cyberdog who gave me that idea, man. I think it's genius. And what we need to do to make glass green is we need to get cactus green. And to get cactus green, we got to cook cactuses in furnaces. But we only have 8 cactuses right now. I thought I must have had like a couple of stacks in the storage warehouse, but apparently we don't. We only have 8 freaking cactuses. So I'm gonna have to grow a few more cactuses, and no better place to grow some cactuses than in a winter tundra. Am I right? So I'm just going to lay down a few of these things. I think I'll just do this off camera, guys. I still have a little bit of work to do around the walls over there. I'll bring you back on the other side of this clamp, where we really will start working on the roof. Kablam! Alright guys, we are back, and I have set up the pillars correctly all over the greenhouse, all around the greenhouse, and everything is now symmetrical. All of these pillars are now in the correct locations. I know some of them were not exactly in the right positions, but they are now all ready to prop up the roof. So what we can actually start doing now is working on the roof itself and getting this roof connected all the way around the circumference of the greenhouse. So I think what I'm going to do is just start with lining. Start with just a slab edge lining, and I'm not going to put the glass in that we have there at the initial roof that we built, because my feeling is that we might want to use some green glass in the roof also, just to try and keep that authentic mossy moist vibe we've got going on in the greenhouse right now. So I think I'm just going to lay down the slab edge for now, and once we get a little bit of green glass, maybe I'll stick that stuff in. Do you guys have any idea how hard it is to say green glass a lot in a video when recording a Minecraft video? Well, let me tell you, man, it is freaking hard. Every single time my brain knows that green glass is coming up in a sentence, it kicks into overdrive so that I don't say green grass. or yeah, or something like that, man. It is freaking difficult to say green glass, man. And I'm telling you, I think my brain's gonna start messing up, and I'm gonna start saying something ridiculous. So if I do, forgive me, or I'm just gonna stop saying green glass, okay? I'm just gonna stop from now on. I'm just gonna say grass, which is a combination of green and glass, okay? And if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. Anyway, guys, enough of that. Let's carry on sorting out the freaking roof over here, man. It is starting to look really, really awesome. And I am absolutely loving this build because I don't know, there's just something really fun about this build for me this time around. Firstly, it's not just like a normal building that I usually make. It's, you know, usually I just make a building that looks like that. And while that's pretty cool to make a building that looks like that, I don't know. This building, we're incorporating the use of many, many more materials than we usually use. Usually in a build, we won't use more than 2 or 3 materials, I guess. But this time around, you know, we're making use of quite a few different building materials, which is obviously awesome. And I'm also really, really enjoying, you know, bouncing off the feedback that you guys have been giving me in the previous episode. I really, really enjoyed going through all the comments, getting inspiration from you guys, and it actually really helped me a lot, man. I gotta say, I loved reading through the comments of the previous videos. I always love reading the comments, man, but the previous one was especially awesome because, well, mostly because I didn't think that you guys were gonna enjoy this project. I was actually quite worried about it. I thought about actually just finishing it off camera without you guys, and as soon as I saw that you guys were actually enjoying it, man, if I had finished this thing off camera, you guys would have lost your marbles, man. It would have been like 1,000 unsubscribes in a second. So I'm very happy that I didn't finish it off camera, that I'm doing it with you guys. And I just want to finish off this, this fence lining that we can do up here while we're up here, actually. But I've finished off the roof now, which is freaking sweet, and it is looking awesome. All we have left to do now really is make some green glass panes so that we can actually have a look. Hey, I said it! Sweet! And I didn't fail. Epic! So let's just get that lined over there. Once we put a layer of glass over here, then it'll complete the iron fencage that we've got going on over there. But this is starting to look really, really awesome now, guys. I am absolutely loving this. I think what we could probably do now is work on the entrance. So I've got my iron door over here and some pressure plates over here too. So why don't we, we can't put a door in between 2 stone walls because it just looks kind of funky. So we have to put the door in between solid blocks like this, right? I was experimenting a little bit off camera, and I think I may have come to a design that I kind of like. I think that looks kind of cool. And then what we could do is do like a wall design on the top here like this. To get rid of this one. That looks kind of sweet, right? And then maybe we could actually bring it up like this, just to make it pop a little bit more. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. That looks kind of rad, man. I'm liking this. I'm liking this design. Let's do that. There we go. That's looking very, very sweet, right? Now, if we bring the glass wall, let's just get the pressure plate in there also. And I think we're probably going to have to change this block to mossy cobblestone, just to keep all of this jazz, and this one actually, and this one. Well, actually, we just need to do, yeah, we need to do these 3, right? Okay, sweet. Let's get our iron door installed in this position with its pressure plate like that, and let's go through, add the second pressure plate like that. Okay, sweet. So now that we're inside, we can let's just complete the front over here. We might still change this to green panes of glass, but for now, let's just complete it so that we can see what this entrance is going to look like. I don't know whether to make both entrances look exactly the same, because we've got another entrance over there, right? I don't know whether we should have like a main entrance, like if this is the main entrance of the greenhouse, and then that's the sort of side entrance of the greenhouse, or if we should have 2 main entrances. I'm still sort of going back and forth on that in my mind, but my feeling is that we should have like 1 main entrance from this direction, right? And then 1 subsidiary entrance over there, but I don't know. Still undecided on that one. What do you guys think about that? Right, I just want to finish off a few layers of glass panes over here so that we can get a general idea of what it's going to look like, what the entrance is going to look like, right? Because the more glass panes that we break, the more freaking glass panes that we waste, because obviously you can't, without a silk touch pickaxe, you can't pick these freaking glass panes up again. Looks like we are we out of glass panes now? Oh man, I'm so careless with glass panes. I know, no, we still have a butt ton of glass panes. Yeah, I had a ridiculous amount of glass panes in the storage warehouse from when we were working on the lakeside villa. I think I shift-clicked in the crafting table and made like a ridiculous amount. But there we go. That's looking, see, that looks really cool from inside, I think. Like from here, right? If you can imagine the greenhouse being finished behind us, it's going to look like this when you walk through, right? And I just think that looks really awesome. Check at that. Oh man, that is looking awesome. All right, let's have a look from the outside of here. Let's have a look. Oh man, this freaking dirt just looks so ugly. Let's get rid of this. I want to get a nice freaking view of this greenhouse now, man. Let's have a look. Let's have a look from here. There we go, man. That is looking absolutely awesome. You know what? It actually looks a little bit too open over here in this area over here. So what my immediate thought is, maybe what we need to do is add like a skirt of wall. Like that. Now we are cooking with gas. That's what I'm talking about, right? That looks absolutely awesome. I think that looks awesome. I don't know. Maybe we need to get rid of these little things. I think, yeah, that looks pretty. Oh, you know what, man? Maybe this needs like a little corner over here. Like this. Maybe we need to complete this little segment over here. So like the corners like over here, right, will have like a complete look to them. Let's try that. That does actually look pretty sweet. I don't know. Oh man, I'm gonna probably go back and forth on this actually. The entrance is almost there, man. It is almost there. The problem is that, I don't know, the problem is that if you take away this line of stone wall over here, right, to me it kind of just looks a little bit too open. I know that we're trying to go for open. Open is what we're trying to achieve here, but I just think that maybe it looks a little bit too open. Actually, on second thought, now that we take away the chunkiness and have a re-look at it, actually that looks pretty awesome. Yeah, that actually looks freaking sweet. That looks absolutely epic, actually. All right, epic, man. I think that's the design that I like, guys. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you like this design, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know too. And if you have ideas to improve it, let me know also, man. But I think I definitely prefer this design to the previous one. Definitely. It's definitely giving us the illusion of size and the illusion of space, which is important. And I think once the whole thing is complete, it'll look a lot better, right? So once all of this is lined, for example, then it's going to look fuller. When you're looking at it from that direction, it'll look a lot fuller, right? So let me show you what I mean. Oops. Because you're literally adding more pixels into your view, right? Like into your vision, you're adding more pixels, and so it makes everything look a little bit fatter. See, there we go. Already that looks better, right? Yes. Oh yes, I'm digging that. Okay, that's epic. I love this design. I think this is perfect, man. Sweet. Right, well, our cactuses are growing quite nicely also. Let's just harvest the ones that have grown already and plant a few more. I think we're probably going to need quite a lot, because to make the stained glass window, or the stained glass pane, you need 8 cactuses per stained glass window, right? So we actually do need to farm quite a few cacti over here. So let's get this winter cactus farm pumping. And man, this is looking so awesome. But next step, guys, I actually need green glass panes to continue work on this project. So I think what I'm going to do off camera now is finish this entrance hall. I'll make this entrance hall probably look exactly the same as that one. Finish off skirting all the way around the roof, and then hopefully our cactuses would have grown and I'll be able to make enough stained glass pains, and in the next episode we can finish off this project and then start working on the Cyberdog monument. Oh man, this is so sweet. I am so happy with how this has turned out, guys, and I can't wait to once again read your feedback in the comment section of this video. How do you guys like the new design of the greenhouse? I think it's looking freaking pimp with daddy. I'm very, very happy, man, and man, I just want to carry on crafting right now, so I'm going to say goodbye to you guys, and we will see you in the next episode when this greenhouse is one step closer to being completed and we can start working on the freaking Cyberdog monument. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, you hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you hit the subscribe button. And guys, I will see you in the next freaking episode. Goodbye, my friends!